Nana, why do you always have that funny smell? Those innocent words from 5-year-old Sophie whispered to her mother after visiting her grandmother weren't meant to hurt. Children speak plainly, without filters. But that simple question crushed 80-year-old Eleanor's spirit. Throughout her life, she had been meticulous about cleanliness. Her home spotless, her clothes freshly laundered, her personal hygiene impeccable. Yet somehow, her beloved granddaughter now avoided embracing her. Sophie would perch at the opposite end of the sofa, hold her breath during goodbye kisses, and refuse to sit on Eleanor's lap anymore. That evening, Eleanor lay awake, tears silently streaming down her face. Is it true? She wondered. Do I really smell old? It's the reality most people in their golden years never realize. Yes, there's a distinctive body odor associated with aging, and no, it isn't your fault. I'm Dr. William Anderson. For over 5 decades, I've dedicated my career to working with senior citizens across the nation, and I'm here to share something most medical professionals won't discuss openly. There exists a particular scent that many older adults carry, one that almost all seniors cannot detect on themselves but that younger individuals notice immediately. Your children sense it. Your grandchildren detect it. Even strangers perceive twar, but out of love or fear of causing pain, they rarely mention it. This leaves elders like Eleanor wondering why people seem to pull away, why grandchildren stop cuddling, why rooms get aired out after their visits. This isn't about neglecting hygiene. It's not about laziness. Even the most fastidious seniors experience this because as we age, our bodies transform, and these changes bring new odors. Our sweat glands become less active, our skin chemistry shifts, our mouths produce less moisture. All these factors combine to create a scent that's difficult to describe yet instantly recognizable, commonly called elderly person odor. It's painful to acknowledge, but here's the encouraging news. It's completely reversible. In fact, there are straightforward measures you can implement today that can significantly reduce or even eliminate that smell within just a few days. And no, you don't need expensive perfumes or fancy lotions. This presentation will guide you through everything you need to understand, gently, honestly, and respectfully, so you can regain your confidence, embrace your grandchildren without anxiety, remain close to those you cherish, and never again wonder if people are whispering about you behind your back. Because everyone deserves to age with dignity and without embarrassment. The surprising science behind that unmentioned odor. Let's be honest. You've probably wondered at some point. Is it imagination? Or do I truly smell different now? Let's remove the guesswork. You're not imagining things, but you're also not at fault. This isn't about poor hygiene or neglecting yourself. It's about biology, pure and simple. As we grow older, our bodies undergo transformations that we might not notice, but others can. Smell. If nobody has mentioned this before, it's not because they don't care. It's because this topic feels uncomfortable, even taboo. But today we'll discuss it clearly, respectfully, with one goal: restoring your confidence. Let's examine the 3 primary biological causes behind that scent commonly associated with aging. First, you perspire less, but surprisingly, that's actually problematic. You might think reduced sweating is beneficial. After all, who enjoys feeling sticky during hot weather? But here's the catch. Perspiration isn't just for cooling. It's your body's natural cleaning system. In your younger years, you likely produced substantial amounts of sweat daily, flushing toxins, dirt, and waste through your skin. But after entering your 60s, that output decreases dramatically, for some, by more than half. Less perspiration means fewer toxins leaving your body. And those toxins don't disappear. They accumulate on your skin and feed the bacteria living there, creating that musty, sour odor that many people notice but rarely mention. Second, your skin's oil composition changes and produces a hidden chemical, compound. This surprises most people. After middle age, your skin begins producing a fatty substance called non-adenal. This compound doesn't exist in younger individuals, but in older adults, it builds up in your skin's natural oils, especially around your neck, back, and chest. Importantly, non-adenal has a distinctive odor. somewhat grassy, somewhat oily, and no amount of perfume truly masks it. In fact, cologne or scented lotion often worsens it, like spraying air freshener in a musty room. Third, your mouth becomes drier, altering your breath. This affects many people personally. After your 60s, your body produces approximately half the saliva it once did. Saliva isn't just for digestion. It cleanses your mouth, helps remove bacteria, and balances acid levels. When saliva diminishes, your mouth becomes a breeding environment for odor-causing germs. That's why many seniors experience persistent bad breath, even with regular brushing. Again, it's not poor hygiene. It's biology. Here's the bright side. Each of these issues has a simple, practical solution. You don't need medical appointments or expensive treatments, just the right information and a few small daily habits. Next, I'll walk you through specific steps to combat the odor at its source and restore your confidence, so stay with me. This is where positive change begins, the 3 body areas you're probably missing and why they matter more than you think now. That we've discussed the science behind elderly person odor. You might be thinking, but I shower every day, I use soap, I wash my hair, so why does this still happen? Here's the truth. Most seniors do bathe regularly, but after helping thousands of older patients, I've learned something crucial. It's not about bathing frequency, it's about where you clean. There are 3 key areas that almost everyone overlooks, and these hidden spots generate up to 90% of that unwanted odor. The good news: once you identify them, you can address the issue starting with your very next shower. First, skin folds, the hidden bacteria zones. Our bodies change shape with age. Skin becomes softer and we develop more folds and creases, especially in areas like the back of the neck, behind the ears, under the arms, beneath the chest, around the navel and groin, behind the knees, and inside the elbows. These areas trap perspiration, oil, dead skin, and bacteria, and because they're harder to reach, they often receive minimal attention during showers. One of my patients, Barbara Wilson, once told me, "Dr. William, I've showered daily for decades, but I never considered thoroughly scrubbing behind my ears or under my chest. The difference now is remarkable. My grandchild hugs me again." What to do? Use a soft washcloth or gentle loofah, focusing on these folds with warm, not hot water and mild soap. Be thorough but gentle. Don't scrub too vigorously as it could damage your skin. Second, hairy areas, the oil collectors. Hair doesn't grow only on your head. It also collects sweat and sebum, especially on the scalp, chest, underarms, and abdomen for men. What surprises many seniors? Even if you wash your hair, most people don't properly massage the scalp. And that's where considerable odor originates. Another patient, Richard Davis, shared, "You advised me to massage my scalp while shampooing. I did it for a week and my wife actually commented that my head smells fresh now. Even my grandson plays with my hair again." What to do? When shampooing, use your fingertips to gently massage the scalp for at least half a minute. For chest or underarm hair, ensure thorough lathering, rinse completely and dry thoroughly afterward. Third, perspiration zones, the feet, toes, and palms. These areas contain numerous sweat glands and when not properly cleaned, they become bacterial havens. Feet especially remain trapped in socks and shoes all day, creating a warm, moist environment where odor proliferates rapidly. George Peters, one of my patients, once said, "My feet smelled so terrible my daughter-in-law constantly kept the window open. Now I wash between my toes, dry carefully, and change socks daily. Problem solved." What to do? Thoroughly scrub your feet between your toes and your palms. Afterward, dry them completely, especially before putting on socks. Rotate your footwear to allow airing out time, and choose breathable cotton socks. Simply by adding this focused cleansing routine to your daily habits, you'll notice significant improvement quickly. Next, I'll share additional tips about how simple lifestyle habits like hydration, sunshine, and smart bathing can help eliminate that odor permanently and bring your family closer again. 3. Simple daily habits that quietly transform how you Smell and feel now that you understand where the odor originates and what to clean. Let's discuss everyday habits that help resolve this issue from within. Here's the wonderful truth. You don't need expensive products or harsh scrubbing. What you truly need is consistency. A few simple habits supporting your body's natural cleansing systems. These 3 practices require less than half an hour daily, but they can transform how you smell, how your skin feels, and how people respond to you. First, drink warm water, especially first thing in the morning. You've probably heard drink more water throughout your life, but here's why warm water makes a difference for older adults. Warm water, particularly on an empty stomach, gently flushes toxins through your kidneys and bladder before they accumulate in your body, build up on your skin, or feed bacteria. Elizabeth Cooper, a patient, told me, "I used to begin my day with coffee. Now I drink 1 warm glass of water first. Within 2 weeks, my skin felt better and my granddaughter mentioned I smell fresh. How much is sufficient? Aim for several glasses of warm water throughout the day. Here's an easy schedule. 1 glass upon waking, 1 before lunch, 1 mid-afternoon, 1 before dinner, 1 after dinner, 1 before bed." Pro tip: coffee and tea don't count. Caffeine actually dehydrates you, so for every cup of coffee, drink an extra glass of water. Second, take a light walk in gentle sunlight. I'm too old to exercise. That's what many patients tell me until I show them a better approach. You don't need gym memberships or long jogging sessions. Just a slow 20-minute walk once or twice daily in mild sunlight can work wonders. Why it works. It helps you perspire lightly, clearing toxins. Sunlight kills surface bacteria and improves mood. Gentle movement enhances circulation, supporting skin health. Samuel Green shared, "My knees hurt, so I started with 10 minutes around the block early morning. After a week I was walking 20 minutes. The odor faded and honestly I feel younger." Best times: early morning or late afternoon when the sun is gentle. Third, bathe daily but avoid scalding water. A warm shower provides life's small pleasures. But water that's too hot devastates skin, especially for older adults. Here's why. Excessively hot water damages your skin barrier, dries the surface, and actually traps odor-causing oils and bacteria. The solution: keep shower water comfortably warm, not steaming hot. Once weekly, soak in a warm bath for 15 to 20 minutes. It opens your pores and releases deep impurities. Bonus tip: always dry your body thoroughly, especially those creases we discussed. Damp skin breeds bacteria rapidly. Adhere to these 3 daily habits for 1 week and you'll likely notice a difference, not just in how you smell, but in how people treat you. You'll feel fresher, cleaner, and more confident with less effort than you ever imagined possible. Next, let's explore how your diet and oral hygiene powerfully influence eliminating body odor permanently. What you eat affects how you smell more than you think. You've heard the saying, "You are what you eat." Well, here's the real secret. You also smell like what you eat. And no, that's not just about garlic. Regarding aging, your diet significantly influences how your body processes waste, balances bacteria, and releases odor through skin and breath. I've observed this repeatedly with my patients. Just a few minor adjustments to daily meals can erase years of persistent body odor and restore that fresh, clean feeling many older adults miss. Here's how. First, increase antioxidant-rich foods. As we age, our bodies experience natural oxidation, causing cell breakdown and contributing to that musty smell associated with advanced years. The solution? Antioxidants. They combat internal deterioration and neutralize odor-causing toxins from within. The best part? These foods are common and delicious. Apples, tomatoes, berries, brown rice, buckwheat, and whole grains. Harold Wilson, age 79, told me, "You recommended 1 apple and 1 tomato daily, so I followed your advice." 2 months later, my granddaughter said, "Grandpa, you smell like sunshine." I'll never forget that moment. Second, consider garlic. Yes, really. I understand your skepticism. Doesn't garlic worsen odor? Short term, raw garlic can create strong breath odor, But once digested, garlic actually fights bacteria and toxins, contributing to long-term body odor. It's nature's antibiotic. Just a couple of cloves daily, chopped and added to meals, can make significant difference. Try roasting it, adding to soups, or including in sautéed vegetables. Third, consume hydrating fruits and vegetables to flush toxins. Water-rich produce helps your kidneys function optimally, removing waste through urine instead of through skin. Best choices include watermelon, pears, cucumbers, tomatoes. Catherine Miller shared, "I began eating half a cucumber and 1 tomato daily just to improve digestion. 3 months later, my daughter mentioned, 'Mom, I don't notice that elderly smell anymore.' That's all I needed to hear." Bonus tip: if eating fruit proves challenging, blend into smoothies. Easy to consume and equally effective. Fourth, reduce coffee, alcohol, and greasy foods. Coffee and alcohol dehydrate your body, worsening odor, while greasy, fried, or low-fiber foods slow digestion, causing waste accumulation and release through skin. My recommendations: limit coffee to 1 or 2 cups daily, and drink extra water. For balance, substitute alcohol with herbal tea when possible. Consume more fiber, oats, brown rice, beans, and vegetables. Eleanor Evans told me, "I used to skip breakfast. Now I start with oatmeal and fruit. Not only do I feel lighter, my grandchildren don't avoid me anymore." What you eat matters, not just for health, but for how others experience you. Food provides fuel, but also fragrance. Next, let's discuss oral hygiene and how your mouth might betray you even with daily brushing. Your mouth could be the true odor source. Here's how to address it. Your mouth might be the real source of the smell. Here's how to fix it. Let me share something that might surprise you. Even with daily showers, clean clothes, and proper nutrition, your mouth could still reveal your age. Bad breath ranks among the most common reasons people avoid close contact with seniors, and unfortunately, most older adults cannot detect it themselves. Jane Parker once confided, "Dr. William, I always believed my breath was fine, but then my grandson started backing away during conversations. I never realized how dry my mouth had become." There's the key word, dry. Why does dry mouth occur after 60? As we age, our bodies naturally produce less saliva, sometimes up to 50% less. Saliva isn't just for swallowing. It plays crucial roles in oral cleanliness, flushing away food particles, neutralizing harmful bacteria, maintaining fresh breath. When your mouth becomes dry, bacteria multiply, and their waste creates foul-smelling gases, exactly what others smell when you speak. The simple solution? A 3-step daily routine. Step 1, brush 3 times daily. Yes, 3. Morning, after lunch, and before bed. Triple brushing matters because bacteria accumulate rapidly in older mouths, especially with reduced saliva. Use a soft bristled toothbrush and fluoride toothpaste, focusing on the gum line and back areas where odor-causing bacteria thrive. Step 2, scrape your tongue every morning. This game changer gets overlooked by most people. Your tongue harbors up to 90% of mouth bacteria, and brushing alone won't suffice. You need a proper tongue scraper, available at any pharmacy for minimal cost. Jane Parker continued, "Initially, it triggered my gag reflex, but after a week, I felt incredibly fresh. My breath no longer alarms my grandchildren. Now I can whisper in their ears again." Step 3. Chew sugar-free gum to stimulate saliva. Your body might not produce saliva like before, but you can stimulate it naturally by chewing xylitol-based gum, a sugar-free option that also prevents cavities. Just 10 minutes of chewing after meals helps increase mouth moisture, reduce odor, prevent dry mouth discomfort. Keep a small package in your pocket or purse. It's a minor step with major impact. Bonus tips. Sip warm water throughout the day to maintain hydration from within. Avoid alcohol-based mouthwashes as they further dry your mouth. Use mild, alcohol-free alternatives instead. Rinse after every meal when brushing isn't possible. With simple adjustments to your oral care routine, you can regain confidence to speak closely, smile freely, and enjoy intimate moments with loved ones without reservation. Next, we'll address something often overlooked: your clothes, bedding, and shoes. They matter more than you realize for maintaining freshness. The hidden smell. Traps in your clothes, bedding, and shoes now. You've cleansed your body, cared for your mouth, and improved your diet, but what if the odor persists? Let me ask something basic. When did you last change your pillowcase or air out your shoes? Here's the reality. You can be immaculately clean personally, but if your clothes and surroundings retain odor, so will you. It's comparable to serving food on a clean plate atop a dirty tablecloth. Eventually, it absorbs the smell. Let's examine 4 major odor traps many people unknowingly live with and how to quickly resolve them. First, change underwear and socks every single day. This seems obvious, but some patients admit occasionally extending wear, particularly during colder months. Don't. Underwear and socks absorb perspiration, sebum, skin oil, and bacteria, especially in warmer body areas. Even without feeling dirty, bacteria work continuously creating odor. Solution: choose cotton underwear and socks that allow skin breathing. Change daily, yes, even with minimal activity outside home. Second, wash bedding weekly, especially pillowcases. Your bed hosts 1/3 of your life, several hours nightly. While sleeping, your skin sheds dead cells, your scalp releases oil, and your body perspires regardless of awareness. Eventually, pillows and sheets absorb odor, bacteria, and moisture that can transfer back to your body the following day. Jane Smith shared, "I previously washed sheets monthly. After switching to weekly, not only did I sleep better, my daughter stopped mentioning odor in my bedroom." Solution: launder sheets and pillowcases weekly, preferably sun-drying outdoors when possible. Sunlight's ultraviolet rays naturally eliminate bacteria, leaving fabric smelling fresh. Third, don't neglect footwear. Rotate them. Your feet perspire even during winter, and that moisture penetrates shoes where it remains, cultivates bacteria, and generates odor. Wearing the same pair daily prevents complete drying. Solution: alternate between multiple pairs so they can properly air out. Sprinkle baking soda inside to absorb moisture and odor. Place them outside in sunlight weekly. Just 15 minutes suffices. Howard Thomas remarked, "I consistently wore the same shoes. Now I rotate pairs and use baking soda. My granddaughter actually sits near my feet again." Fourth, ventilate your room twice daily. A sealed room traps odors, body smell, stale air, cooking fumes, even bathroom moisture. Without air circulation, the smell clings to clothes, hair, and skin regardless of personal cleanliness. Solution: open windows for 10 minutes morning and evening, even during colder seasons. Fresh air works wonders. Gerald Taylor noted, "I previously disliked cold air, but now I briefly open windows twice daily. The difference is remarkable. My daughter-in-law no longer rushes to open them after I leave." Remember, a clean body in a stale environment still smells stale. Combine healthy personal habits with clean surroundings for noticeable improvement inside and out. Next, let's conclude with emotional perspective, genuine encouragement, and a reminder that you're never too old to feel confident, clean, and loved. It was never about being dirty, and you were never alone. Let's establish one clear fact. Developing a different scent as you age doesn't indicate uncleanliness. It means your body is changing. That's natural and happens universally. What's not acceptable is allowing this change to deprive you of warmth, closeness, and connection you deserve during your golden years. We've discussed how the body reduces sweat production, how skin oils transform, how saliva diminishes, and how these factors combine to create a scent you might not detect but others do. But here's the encouraging news. You don't need expensive products. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars. You don't even need medical consultation. All it requires is gentle adjustments to daily habits. Drinking warm water each morning, walking outdoors briefly, scrubbing those 3 key body areas, consuming antioxidant-rich foods, caring properly for mouth and tongue, regularly laundering clothes and bedding, welcoming fresh air indoors. These represent simple acts of self-care, not just for others' benefit, but for yourself. You deserve entering rooms with confidence. You deserve embraces, closeness, cheek kisses without fear, hesitation, or distance. You deserve feeling clean and vibrant, regardless of age. Eleanor, Jane, Howard, Gerald, they all implemented small changes and reclaimed their closeness. Their grandchildren cuddle again. Their adult children visit longer. And most importantly, they feel more authentic. So carry not shame, but knowledge. Carry action. Carry pride in your efforts, not just to smell better, but to live better. Because aging doesn't end freshness. It begins new wisdom, gentle strength, and unshakable dignity. If this presentation helped you feel acknowledged, understood, or simply more hopeful, please take a moment to appreciate this message, share it with someone who might benefit, and follow our community. At Wisdom Years, we create straightforward, practical, and life-enhancing content specifically for you, because you deserve aging with grace, clarity, and confidence. And remember to stay connected so you never miss information that could brighten your day or help someone you care about. If you've already implemented one of these small changes, drinking warm water, morning walks, or simply cleaning behind your ears more thoroughly, let us know your experience. Your story might inspire someone else to take their first step. Thank you for your attention. We're honored to grow older alongside you.